And good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for a special hour-long edition of Denver 7 News at 5 on this Monday. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us tonight. Denver's surge in migrant arrivals shows no signs of slowing down.
According to city officials, more than 360 people arrived in Denver on Sunday. And right now, roughly 2,500 people are staying in shelters after 9 buses arrived from Texas on Sunday alone. City officials say this new surge is affecting shelter capacity and putting a strain on staffing.
Denver public schools also being tested by these challenges. Denver 7's Brandon Richards shows us just what the district's facing.
Well, as Denver sees a new surge of migrants coming into our city, it's not only putting a strain on city services, it's also impacting Denver public schools. And we've learned district officials are working around the clock to try to help migrant families.
We, on a daily basis, are having to hear from families, I have nowhere to go, I'll be sleeping on the streets with my child or my children tonight.
Esther Rivera is the manager of the Homeless Education Network at Denver Public Schools. It's her job to help families in the district who are experiencing homelessness.
We've heard in the past couple of weeks from families just, my student cannot take a shower, we're living on the streets.
It's a job that would be challenging any year. But this year, the challenge is greater because of the surge of migrant families to Denver, many of them with school-age children.
We do get quite a bit of phone calls from families just asking us for help navigating anything from workforce development to housing and food banks.
Because Denver only allows families to stay at shelters for 30 days, many of these students and their families are also homeless.
We probably have about 200 or so that we have identified through the beginning of the school year till now. When you're at a shelter for only 30 days and then you have to leave that shelter, you might get housing or you might end up on the streets on the complete opposite side of town.
That's where she and others in the Homeless Education Network come in, helping the district's migrant families not only enroll their children in school, but help them with transportation beyond what the district typically provides. They also help them access government services and even help the parents find job leads.
We haven't slept in a long time.
But Esther says the work is worth it because it's about helping students thrive no matter where they come from.
We're just really trying to connect with those families and offer our support in the best way we can.
In Denver, Brandon Richard, Denver 7.
The district's Homeless Education Network also provides cell phones to migrant families in the district to help them stay in touch with their child's school.
And digging deeper now, since this time last year, the city of Denver spent $26 million helping more than 21,000 migrants. And the city is still accepting donations to help arriving families. So if you'd like to donate to the city's Newcomers Fund, you can just scan that QR code that you see on your screen. You can make a contribution there. And money donated is spent on housing and food, as well as grants for nonprofits that are addressing the needs like job placement. So far, they've been able to raise nearly $800,000.